Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I am here to talk to you about a lot of new clothing in my life. So I've been buying a lot of clothing. I think that that's an important thing to start out with in this video. I've been buying a lot of clothing. A lot was purchased over the summer as retail therapy, and that was fun, but ever since then it's just been, every time it hits autumn, then I hit a buying spree because I'm like, oh, a new season, it's time to buy stuff. But yeah, that's kind of all I'm gonna say for this intro. I want to talk about a lot of the new clothing that I've purchased over the past few months. I'm leaving some stuff out, specifically super summery things like rompers and tank tops, just because this video is already going to be long enough as it is. Really, I just wanted a reason to talk to you about clothing. So I have purchased these things from a variety of places. I will be sure to let you know where I purchased them. I think I got about half of this secondhand at various thrift shops, and then the other half from actual shops, so I will be sure to specify which is which, and let's just get into it. So actually the first thing I want to talk about is accessory related, because I want to talk about glasses. I've purchased 3 new pairs in the past couple of months, and they have all come from Firmoo. In case you don't know, Firmoo sent me some free glasses last summer. They were the purple glasses that I wore pretty much all year. I absolutely loved them. I bought a couple of pairs from them back this summer, just of my own volition, because I really like Firmoo. And then there's the new pair of glasses that I'm wearing now. These they did offer to send me for a reduced cost. So I will leave the names of all of the frames and links to them on Firmoo down in the description below. You can go and check them out. These I fell in love with because they're a little different for me. I've been veering more and more away from dark frames. I wore dark frames for a long time, and so I just kept wanting to get lighter and lighter and lighter, and the other pair that I've been wearing more frequently is the clear pair that I purchased over the summer, but I kind of liked returning to the darker look that these offered. I've also never had a darker pair that's patterned the way these are, and that's really what I wanted when I was looking through Firmoo's site. The other thing that I really like is the metal detail of these glasses. I like how they sit on my face, but I really like the metallic bridge across the nose. I think that it's just a really fun detail. Plus, I love the gold that goes around sort of the plastic of the frames. And the other reason I fell in love with these is because they have a very weird shape in that they come to little points at the top. They're almost like hexagonal, and I thought that that was such a really interesting detail. That's kind of what sold me, what pushed me over the edge on getting these specifically. I just think that they bring out my face in a really nice way. I think they're kind of different for me, so yeah, that is why I have these. I do have a couple other pairs of glasses. Like I said, I bought these for myself over the summer. These are the ones that are really clear, which I think is nice. These have almost like a pinky purple tint to the clear, which I need. I still haven't gone all the way over to buying clear frames. That just kind of scares me, so having a little tint of color really helps, but I like the way that the color looks with the gold on the sides. I also really like the shape. I prefer big frames on my face because my eyes are kind of my favorite feature, so I don't like covering them at all with tinier frames. I like to have really big frames so that you still see my eyes as sort of the main point of my face. The third new pair of glasses that I got, the last one I'm going to talk about, they are sunglasses. I'm going to put them on for a minute, but they are super reflective, and I don't want you to just be looking at, me reflected in my own glasses for a while, so there you go. They are blue. I chose this color for the frames. I chose this color for the lenses as well. So I got these for very similar reasons that I got the darker frames, and that is because it has this nice detail of the metal going over the middle. I just think that it looks cool going over your nose. I think it's a fun detail. I also love the blue reflective lenses. That was a big thing for me in choosing lens color. You have a ton of options when you're choosing sunglasses, and I've just always been interested in the concept of blue lenses. This was my first ever pair of prescription sunglasses. I have never been able to wear sunglasses since I got glasses, so this was a fun purchase for me because I've been having fun wearing glasses in the car again. Also fun is that I can't seem to hold on to these and I keep dropping them. I don't know why. Okay, now we are going to start talking about clothing. So the first place I want to talk about where I've purchased clothing is American Eagle. I bought this stuff back in July or August. I have 2 pairs of jeans that I wear in sort of the cutaways of this video. One of those pairs, the darker pair that I wear from most of these shots, was also purchased that day from American Eagle. It's very hard for me to find jeans that fit, and I didn't have to alter those at all. So American Eagle, a little bit more expensive, usually way out of my price range, but once I put on a pair of jeans that fit and wasn't going to have to be altered to be a lot shorter or a lot tighter in the waist, I was like, but besides that, I got this little shirt. You've probably seen me wearing it in videos before. It is just a really simple tank top, kind of a halter neck. It's very, very basic, and I really loved it. Also because American Eagle stuff is incredibly soft, so whenever I have a coupon for American Eagle, I always go there because I love how soft their shirts are. And as I was heading out, they mentioned that there was a sale on that particular type of tank top, so I went back and I got the same one in red. I would say that I like the black and white striped one more. I just like the way it looks more against my skin tone. I don't know, there's something about it I like a little bit more, but I do still really like this red and white striped, and it fits me exactly the same as the other one, so it's fun to have both of these basics to go in my closet. Next, I want to talk about some stuff from Forever 21, which is a place I shop frequently. I feel like anytime anyone in comments asks me where something I'm wearing in that video comes from, 90% of the time I end up saying Forever 21. I did buy some stuff from there that I deemed a little more summery that I haven't mentioned in this. I got like a romper there, I got a really small little halter neck tank top, but I'm going to talk about some other stuff. So the first thing is this shirt, and I originally went to it because it has a collar, and I have a thing for collars. I have too many collared shirts, as I'm sure you're all aware of, but what I liked about this is how short it is. It's just a little cropped, so it rides right at the top of my jeans, and I like that you don't have to tuck it in. I don't know. I just like the way it fits. I also like how low the V is on this, so you can't button it up more than this, and so it just is, it's a very different fit. It's structured, but it's structured in a way to be kind of fun and flirty. This is another one that I wore in a video very early on after I bought it because I was very into the look of it, but I was also really into the colors. And now that it's fall, the colors work a little bit better than they did back in the summer when I bought it. Another collared item that I bought goes along with my vibe of, sometimes I like to buy shirts that have just the hint of a vibe that I could be a dad on a Hawaiian vacation. That's not like always my aesthetic, but sometimes I see shirts that I feel like say that, and I'm into it. So that is this shirt. So I like the leaf print on this one. I also really like the color scheme. That was one of the things that drew me to it after the collar, because the color is what drew me to it. I like that it's these blues and greens and then the little bit of pink. It's just the right amount of femininity that I wanted in this shirt that's a little boxier. This one fits a lot bigger than some of my other short-sleeved button-downs. I just like that it's less structured, because a lot of times with women's tops they come very structured and then it never quite fits over your chest very well. This one doesn't have that problem because it's not really designed to fit tight across the chest. It's supposed to be kind of boxy. This is why I love it. And usually I tuck in my shirts just a little bit at the front of the pant, but I don't really feel the need to do this with that shirt, and that's really nice because I always end up doing that to emphasize my height, and something about the way this shirt fits makes me feel like I don't need to do that. So that is why I like this shirt a lot. The next thing I'm going to show you is going to seem kind of basic, but I have a reason. So it's just this white t-shirt. I feel like everyone should have just a basic white shirt in their closet somewhere. I prefer V-necks just because, you know, I like the little V. I like to show it off a little bit. But the reason that I got this basic shirt was so that it could go with a new thing that I added to my closet that I am absolutely in love with. And that item is this new blazer that is super, super oversized. I actually roll the sleeves pretty significantly for it to fit the way I do. I like the sleeves to rest just kind of around my elbows. Makes it look a little less oversized, but the rest of it still looks oversized enough that, you know, you get the point of the oversizedness of it. Plus, I had already been wearing that white shirt that I was like, oh, maybe I need this basic white shirt, and then it looked perfect under this blazer, which is why they always go together. I wore this outfit a little while ago when I went on vacation with my family. We went to see a play, and I wore this look, and it looked just as good as I had always hoped. I was worried when I bought it, but this is a really light linen. It's really soft, and even though I was nervous about buying it because it was super outside of my comfort zone in terms of styling, I'm really glad I did, because it's really cool, and it makes me feel very cool, and that's what I need from the clothing that I wear, I guess. Earlier this year, I went on a vacation. I went to Australia, Indonesia, and China. If you are interested in that trip, I have a full, like, 30-minute vlog about it. Go and see my adventures across multiple continents. It was exhausting, but fabulous. And the next two things I'm going to talk about I purchased at various points in this trip. So the first shirt I want to talk about is something I bought in China, which I was ridiculed for by my family because it looks exactly like every other shirt I own, but whatever. And it is this short sleeve button down, this short sleeved floral button down, shocking no one. I did buy this because I really liked the fit of the sleeves. When you buy enough shirts that seem like they are the same cut, you really start to sense the little differences and the little things that make that piece stand out. So sometimes it's the neckline going a little lower, sometimes it's the particular boxy fit. For this shirt, it was the width of the sleeves and just the way that it looked rolled up. I thought it was a little different, it fit a little different, and that appealed to me a lot. I bought this in a mall in Beijing the second to last day that we were in China. I think it's Uniqlo, I think that was the name of the store where I bought it, and it's just this really nice floral color that I kind of half tuck into my pants. I like the way that it looks styled that way. I have a habit of doing that lately with some of my short sleeve button downs, just tucking half the shirt into the top of my pants so that you can see it, but also it gives the illusion of a longer leg. I'm very tiny and I'm constantly trying to style my clothes in a way to make it seem like I am less tiny than I am. And it just works particularly well with this shirt, which I love. I love the way it's tailored, I love the way that it's cut, and I know that it looks like every other short sleeve button down that I own, but I noticed the difference, so it's fine. The other item I bought while I was on that trip was a sweatshirt. I bought it in Australia in Fremantle. We were in Fremantle for a day and we were just out shopping. There was a little shop called Cheap, but it was spelled like a bird saying cheap, so that was adorable. But it was a place where you could get cheap clothing, and there were a ton of things in there that I really liked, but the thing I wound up getting was this cut-off sweatshirt that says loser on it. I like the video game vibe of the text on the front. I think it's a nice color scheme. I also like that it's really cut off. It took me a lot of years to be comfortable ever showing off my stomach in any of the outfits I wear, so now whenever I find something that makes me feel really good about my body, I just get it, which is why I felt like bought a lot more crop tops in the past couple of years, just because I'm embracing the fact that I finally feel really good about showing off a little bit of my stomach. And I would like to chase that feeling. I do also roll these sleeves up to style it. I like them rolled down, but because it's a cropped shirt, I like to pull the sleeves up a little bit to my elbows. I don't know, I really liked this. It stood out to me in Australia and I had to have it. Since we were just talking about cutoff sweatshirts, I want to talk about another one. This one is from Hot Topic. I got so many questions about it when I wore it in a video recently, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about this item. So it is a sweatshirt from The Craft. Well, it's not from The Craft, but it has people from The Craft on it. So at the top it says, "We are the weirdos, mister," with the 4 main characters of The Craft on the front. If you weren't aware of The Craft, you should be. It is an absolutely fantastic movie about teen witches. I love it. It's perfectly dark. This one is also a cutoff sweatshirt. So this I got for almost all the exact same reasons as I got the one that says loser. I like that this one's a little frayed at the edges. Really though, I've been into like cutoff sweatshirts, especially ones that have cool graphics on the front, and I've never seen a shirt or sweatshirt or anything from The Craft that I was like, oh, I have to have that. And every time I went into Hot Topic and saw the sweatshirt, my whole heart wanted it. So when I got a 15 off 50 like coupon thing, that is immediately when I went and bought this. I also bought, along with it, wait for it, a short sleeve button down. The reason I got this is because it is a super cool Harry Potter button down, and I needed to reach, it's actually 15 off 60, I think. That's what the coupon is, or 50, I don't know. Anyway, I had to reach the threshold so that I could get the $15 off for that sweatshirt, so I went and bought this because I'd had my eye on it. So I liked the fact that it has the Weasley's car on the front, and that was, I kind of thought, the only Harry Potter detail, so, which is cool. Like, I was into that as a cropped shirt. This one is cropped, it rides right at the top of my jeans as well, but it actually has a whole thing on the back that I'm in love with where it says Whomping Willow. I love this design so much. This looks like a lot of tattoo designs that I have saved on Pinterest. I just like this style a lot and the way that it kind of sums up the Whomping Willow. It's a fun color. It's Harry Potter that's a little understated on the front, not understated at all in the back, but is just a really different look for a fandom shirt. And you know, I love t-shirts, I love fandom-y t-shirts, but I love when shirts for particular fandoms go off a beaten path and do something totally new, and I feel like this one did, which is why I wanted it. I want to talk about one thing that I got at Target. In case you don't know, I work at Target. Even with my discount, it means that I still don't buy stuff there a lot. Sometimes I do, but lately I've just been into secondhand stuff and stuff when I can get that money off. That doesn't always happen at Target. So, I got this sweater though because I had my eye on it for ages. My job at Target is kind of to shop. I fulfill online orders, so I'm the one who goes through the store. If you've ever ordered anything online from Target, it gets sent to the store. I go around, pick everything up, package it, and send it. So, it means that I'm shopping for other people all day long, and I just wanted to buy something for myself because I kept walking past this sweater and I loved it. It is ridiculously oversized. This is a small. I want you to know that this is a small, but it's perfect. It was on one of our mannequins, which is when I noticed it initially, but the sleeves are like the perfect size. I roll them up, but that's like a styling choice. I just think it looks a little cooler. It's like the softest sweater in the known universe. I have been wearing this constantly. It is so cozy and perfect for this time of year. When this thing eventually falls apart in a few years, like, I'm gonna cry. This is a new favorite item of clothing that I own. I think it's perfect. Before we get into the secondhand stuff, which I have saved for last, I want to talk about the sweater I'm currently wearing. So I was talking about that vacation that I went on with my family a little while ago. We went down to southern Utah for a couple of days to see a show, to visit my great aunt, and my grandma offered to buy me a couple of items of clothing. So we went into a store called Hope Ave, which is a place I would never shop because I am cheap, and that place is not. But I tried on this sweater and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect for me. I also have this lighter wash pair of jeans. I didn't really like cut away to a clip of them, but they are another pair of jeans that I put on and went, oh, I don't have to alter these. And I like that they fit a little bit bigger than some of the other pairs of denim I have. It's gonna work nicer for boot season. But this caramel sweater is the weirdest sweater I've ever seen, and that's exactly why I wanted it. I love the details up at the front, just like below the V, and just in the back. There are these little brown patches that seem so odd, but make the sweater really different and unique. I also think that the cut of the sweater is very unique. It's not quite cropped, but not super long either, so I do tuck it into the front of my pants because that's what I do. But I like that this doesn't quite fit like a sweater and it doesn't quite fit like a poncho. It just fits somewhere in the middle. It's weird for so many different ways, and I love really unique pieces of clothing like that. So yeah, shout out to my grandmother, because I don't know if I could have convinced myself to buy this sweater. I'm glad that she offered to get me a gift that weekend because I love the sweater. It's so weird. It's perfect. The last group of things I'm going to talk about, I got all of it secondhand. Some of it I got just at the thrift store around here. Some of it is from a place called Runway Fashion Exchange, which is a chain I know here in Utah. I don't know if it extends past Utah, but I always used to shop at Runway Fashion Exchange back where I used to live, and when I was in southern Utah, there was one there, so I did some shopping there. They just have really nice secondhand stuff that people come and turn in, and then you get credits, you can get new stuff. It's fun. If you watched last year's clothing haul for, like, autumn and all the coats, like, every coat I got was from Runway Fashion Exchange. I love them. This first thing I'm going to talk about very quickly because it's a short sleeve button down. I got this one, honestly, because it was in black and white. I have a penchant for always buying super colorful clothing, which means that my closet's a lot of fun, it's very colorful, but sometimes I need something that is more monochromatic, and I wanted to do monochrome while also still keeping with my need to have fun patterned clothing. Like, I still need my clothes to have something fun about them. So I got this because it is black and white, but it has this fun little triangle design. This one's a little boxier, it's in a medium. I usually do not wear mediums, but I liked the oversized bit of this. This is originally, the brand is Elodie, but I just thought it was a little bit dressier. I can wear it under one of my blazers, and I wanted something that was black and white. I also want to talk about a couple of crop tops, which I know are not necessarily seasonal, but I still wear them seasonally. I just wear sweaters over crop tops because you can't stop me. So I want to show off this one first. This is very casual. It is just a yellow tie-dye crop top. So it came tied with just this little tie at the front, and I thought that I liked that. I didn't untie it. I liked the way it styles. It's unlike my other crop tops in that it fits a little bigger. It doesn't like hug my body. It's a little bigger even with the tie at the front, but I just thought it was fun. Plus it's really soft. This is originally from Me to We. That is what the brand is on this shirt. It's just a fun shirt. The other shirt I want to talk about was not originally a crop top, but I actually tied it up to make it a crop top, so it's this one right here. So I like that this was multicolored and striped. It gave me like rainbow vibes, and I always like rainbow vibes in my clothing. I bought a lot of rainbow clothing over the summer that I'm not showing off really in this video because it was all summer clothing. This is originally from Aron's Den. Like I said, I got it at Runway Fashion Exchange. It's super soft, so I would like to find out where that brand is from because they make soft clothing. I just like the muted mix of colors in this, and I like the way it fits, so I got it. Hey, I actually have an autumnal piece in here to show you, and that is this this big sweater. This is my other new sweater addition into the wardrobe, just a thing to wear over other things. I got this one from a local thrift store. DI is kind of the default thrift store in Utah, so that is where I do some shopping. But I like that this was a little bit more muted, so it can be worn over some of my other clothing. It's very, like, colorful. This is a little long for me. Usually, big sweaters I don't wear long, but this one and that new green one I got both break my rule on that, and I wound up really liking both of them. So it's very simple, but it's cozy, and I like the fit. Second to last item I want to talk about is a long sleeve button down, which is another favorite of mine. It is this. This is what I think is so funny about this. This is Universal Thread, which is a Target brand shirt. So even Target employees still wind up buying Target stuff secondhand. I bought this because I like the color on it. I liked that it was blue and orange, and I thought that was really different and interesting, and then I got home and went to hang it up and realized I have a plaid shirt that is navy blue and orange. So, like, it matches the shirt ridiculously well, but I can't be contained when a shirt has a collar and buttons. But the other thing I really like about this is the length of the sleeves that just makes it a little cozier, something that I kind of like to wrap myself up in, and I like that it is really soft. It is not sheer, but it's almost sheer, and that makes it really lightweight and nice to wear. Universal Thread makes good stuff. Every time I walk through the Universal Thread stuff in Target, I'm always tempted to buy everything. So when I bought this and tried it on and knew it was perfect and then looked and saw it was Universal Thread, I was like, of course. They make all the button downs I want. And the final shirt that I'm going to talk about is another long sleeve button down, and that is this one. I got it at the DI back over the summer. This is originally from Loft. It's an Aunt Taylor shirt. I got it for like $5, so nice. As I have said throughout this video, I love really colorful shirts. I like bold patterns. It's just something I prefer. So I saw this and I thought it seemed a little odd. Like, it was standing out amongst the other shirts as being especially patterned, and it drew my eye to it. Once you have it tucked into a pair of pants and have the sleeves all rolled up, I absolutely love the way that this fits me. I love this color. I like that it's red with a little bit of pink. I'm not much of a pink girl, but I'm also not that much of a red girl. But because of the way that this pattern looks, I really like the way it looks on me. It's not that hard to predict that I would buy a long sleeve button-down shirt, but like I said, I always like to try to look for something unique, something that's going to make it stand out in my closet, and I couldn't get away from the pattern of this one. It was too cool for me. Okay, that is all of the clothing that I wanted to talk about in the course of this video. Like I said, it wasn't quite everything I've purchased in recent months, but it is a pretty good collection of the stuff that I've been buying. I feel like I have been sticking to some of these standards of my clothing, like the crop tops, the button-downs. Those have been standards in my closet for a while, while also branching out a little bit and trying new stuff and trying more unique stuff, and I've really enjoyed that about the clothing shopping I've done in the past few months. When I originally went shopping back over the summer, it was an attempt to reinvent myself to a certain extent, to start on a new path, because my life had suddenly changed very drastically, and I just think that it has been very freeing to kind of start myself on that path. What do you think of some of the clothing I've purchased recently? Do you have a favorite item? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another one very soon. Bye!